Hello my dear students of class 8. I have already started Merchant of Venice Act 1 Scene 1 to you, and I have given the summary also to you orally. Okay, so what was going on in our scene, Act 1 Scene 1? Antonio's friends Bassanio, Lorenzo and Gratiano appear on the scene. After Saladin and Salenio have left, Gratiano too finds Antonio melancholic, that means in a sad mood. We were here in our last class, I guess that. And Gratiano thinks that there are some persons who try to look sad to pass for wise persons. Such persons prove to be foolish when they open their mouth. Gratiano advises Antonio not to fall a prey to sadness which consumes a man, because he is a young person. His own philosophy is that one should eat, drink, and be merry, and that he tries to follow it. He does not want to look old in the prime of his life. So, by telling this, Gratiano leaves their company. Bassanio then comes to the scene. Okay, so let's start. Antonio, is that anything now? That means what happens? What happens with you? Okay, so does Gratiano talks amount is anything that worth you or not? Bassanio, Gratiano speaks an infinite deal of nothing, more than any man in all Venice. That means in all Venice, Gratiano is a person who talks a lot, and among those talkings there is a useful words are few, and all the talks are rubbish. His reasons are as 2 grains of wheat hid in 2 bushels of chaff. You shall seek all day ere you find them, and when you have them, they are not worth the search. You have to search for the whole day about the word speaking. From among his lot of talks, you have to find or search out for your whole day that what is the valuable words. But after searching, after spending the whole day in his talks, you will find then all the talks he had done all are rubbish, and 1 or 2 words are worthy. Now, Antonio, well, tell me now, what lady is the same to whom you swore a secret pilgrimage that you today promised to tell me of? So Bassanio had promised to Antonio that he is going to tell Antonio about such a person or a lady about whom he was very much curious, and he want to meet her secretly. And he had promised Antonio that he will tell everything to Antonio on that day. So Bassanio is continuing. It is not unknown to you, Antonio, how much I have disabled my estate by something showing a more swelling port than my main means would grant continuance. So Bassanio is telling that he owes a lot to Antonio. He respects Antonio a lot, and he depends on Antonio a lot also, because Bassanio was then a spendthrift, and he had spent all his monies, all his fortunes, because he spends a lot, and that is why in every way he admires Bassanio and depends on he admires Antonio and depends on Antonio a lot, and he tells Antonio everything about his life, okay, because they are very close friends. So nor do I now make moan to be abridged from such a noble, but my chief care is to come fairly off from the great debts. So he has taken money from some persons, and for that reason he is also very dependent on Antonio too, and he wants to take help from Antonio once again. Wherein my time, something too prodigal, hath left me gagged to you, Antonio. He tells that he is very much dependent on Antonio, and many times he had to take money from him, and he had told everything to Antonio. I owe the most in money and in love. So for money and love, he depended on he is dependent on Antonio, because for money he had taken it already many times, and for love he had told everything to Antonio about the lady to whom he is wishing to marry. And from your love I have a warranty to unburden all my plots and purposes, how to get clear of all the debts I owe. So he had a lot of money. He had taken a lot of money from other persons, and he want to clear those things from all of them. And he also wants to furnish him for going to that place where Portia, the lady with whom he is wanted to marry, he want to furnish himself for that reason. Okay, now Antonio, I pray you, good Bassanio, let me know it. You please tell me what is the problem you are dealing about. You please tell me. If you tell me, then I will try to do something for you, and if you don't tell me, then what can I do for you? So, and if it stand as you yourself still do, within the eye of honor, be assured, my purse, my person, that means purse, that my purse, that means my money, my person, that means myself, that means Antonio himself, my extremist, that means he can do anything that is possible for him, for Bassanio, means lie all unlocked to your occasions, that means I can do anything for you in your every need. Okay, so just try to imagine how much good person Antonio was. Antonio was a very good person, and he was a very good friend also. Now Bassanio is telling, in my school days, when I had lost one shaft, that is arrow, I shot his fellow on the self-same flight, the self-same way, with more advised watch, to find the other foot. And by adventuring both, I oft found both. So he is telling one incident to Antonio. He is telling that when in their childhood they were playing games with arrows and bows, they even lost one arrow, and in which direction mm, uh, he had shooted the arrow, he also shoot the next arrow in that same direction, and with that second arrow, and following the second arrow, they can find the both two arrows. And this is a trick, and by adventuring both oft I found both. I urge this childhood proof, because what follows is pure innocence. So we were innocent, and now still we are innocent in our friendship too. So I owe you much, and like a willful youth, that which I owe is lost. But if you please to shoot another arrow, that self-same which you did shoot the first, I do not doubt, or to find both, or bring you later hazard back again, and thankfully erase debtor for the first. So I am already dependent on you, and I have taken already money from you. So once again I want to take help from you to make me clear of all the things. And when I promise you that when I will get money, because he is telling that there is a reason to tell that, because Portia, the lady to whom he is in greatly love, and he wants to marry her, she was a very rich lady, and once he is able to marry that lady, he will be rich enough, and by this richness, by this money, he can clear off all these monies which he had already taken from Antonio. So there is a reason for telling this. Okay, now Antonio, you know me well, you know me very well, and herein spend but time to wind about my love with circumstance, and out of doubt you do me now more wrong in making question of my uttermost. That means you are questioning my friendship. You don't question my friendship. I can do anything to you. You just tell me, what do you want from me? Then, if you had made waste of all I have, then do. But if you had waste, that means you have waste all my money which I have already given to you. There is no question of it. I will give second time the money. Okay, I will give you money again. Okay, then do but say to me what I should do, that in your knowledge may be done. And I am pressed unto it, therefore speak. So please speak. What do you want from me? and I will do everything. I can do everything for you. Now, Bassanio is telling the fact now. In Belmont is a great lady richly left. So in Belmont there is a lady who is very rich, and she is fair and fairer than that word of wondrous virtuous. Sometimes from her eyes I did receive speechless messages. Her name is Portia. So the name of the lady is Portia. Nothing undervalued. To Cato's daughter, Brutus's Portia. So she is very beautiful, like all these ladies. You may know, or maybe not know, that all the ladies, all the lady characters of Shakespeare are very beautiful and very intelligent at the same time. Okay, nor is the wide world ignorant of her worth. So in this case it is nothing, just exactly it's like that, that she is very beautiful and very intelligent and also very rich. Okay, for the four winds blow in from every coast, renowned suitors, that means the persons who came to marry Portia, and her sunny locks, that means beautiful hairs. She has beautiful hairs hang on her temples like a golden fleece. So this is a reference from Bible. Once there was happening, so there was some golden fleece hanging over on a temple of an island, and someone and many persons went there to get those magical fleece, but they do not able to get that, which makes her seat a Belmont Colcostrans, and many Jasons came in quest of her. Oh my Antonio, had I but the means. So I want to get her. I want to get that beautiful lady. I want to marry that beautiful lady. I want to be the husband of that paragon of beauty, because she is very famous in the world for her beauty, because all of the suitors over the world come to marry her, and they also are taking part in the competition. Okay, to hold a rival place with one of them. So I want to be one of them. I want to be one of the suitors who came to marry Portia. I have a mind presages me such a thrift that I should questionless be fortunate. So if once I get the chance, I will be fortunate enough, because she is no doubt a beautiful lady, and by marrying her I will be very happy person and I will be rich enough. So from both ends I will be very much successful if I get her. So Antonio, thou knowest that all my fortunes are at sea. All of you know that Antonio's ships are in the sea for business, all in all the direction they had gone, and his friends were very much worried about that. He was sad because his ships are in sea, and he was very much thoughtful about those ships. So Antonio is telling Bassanio that that all my business are at sea, and for that reason my all the money which I have with me I have invested in my business. So presently I don't have any liquid money or cash with me. He's telling, want to tell like that. Neither have I money nor commodity, so I have nothing to sell. Also by selling this I can give you or provide you the money. Try what my credit can in Venice do. So I have some reputation in Venice. I have friendship with some merchants, and by my reputation I can manage to get some money for you. Okay, to furnish thee, that means to make you beautiful, to make you presentable in front of Portia, thee to Belmont, to fair Portia. Okay, so I want to make you presentable, rich, and very much handsome in front of Portia. You will carry some rich gifts to Portia. I want that, and by gifting her, you will make a good personality in front of her. Where money is, and I know Portia make to have if of my trust or for my sake. I want to take the money from anywhere I can get it, and for my sake I want to get it. Okay, so here our scene, act 1 scene 1 ends, and in act 1 scene 2 a new scene starts, that starts in Belmont, a room in Portia's house. Look, it is written here. That is in Belmont, a room in Portia's house. So Portia is the lady character of our play or drama, who is presented is presented with Bassanio, the lady character or the heroine of the drama, with her waiting woman Nerissa. Nerissa was her maid, and all the same time she was her soulmate. She loves her very much and she shares everything with Nerissa. So what was the competition? Do you know about that? There was a competition about the marriage of Portia. It was set up by her father. Portia's father was a very wise person, and at his when he was going to die, he make a will about his fortunes, about his wealth, that if Portia get married with some person, the person should continue should enter into a competition. The competition was like that. There were three caskets or three boxes. One was made with gold, one was with silver, and the third one with lead, made of lead. So in these three caskets, there was a picture or a portrait of Portia in a certain casket among these three caskets. So if someone is fortunate enough to select the right casket in which Portia's picture is taken, so Portia is there, so that person will be able to marry Portia. That was the competition. If that person fails to choose the right casket, then he have to leave that place without telling a word. He have to leave that place and he will not be able to marry in his life again. So that was the competition. That was the only competition set up by Portia's father. So Portia, by my troth, Nerissa, my little body is a weary of this great world. So Portia is feeling very much tired. She was tired of what? She was tired of meeting the suitors, because she is a lady, she is a young lady, and like an ordinary young lady, she cannot think herself about her husband, about she cannot plan anything. She had to accept the person who will be able to choose the right casket. So there is no will of her own, and that is why she was very much fatigued and tired mentally. Okay, so Nerissa is trying to console her. What is Nerissa is telling? You would be sweet, madam, if your miseries were in the some abundance as your good fortunes are. So you have fortunes or wealth enough, you are rich enough, and with this enough richness or your fortunes, you have abundance of sadness also. You have your miseries also, and yet, for aught I see, there are as sick that surfeit with too much as they that stir with nothing. It is no mean happiness, therefore, to be seated in the mean. Superfluity comes sooner by white hairs, but competency lives longer. As persons grow older, according to Nerissa, as persons grow older, they are very virtuous in their nature. Okay, so be patient, you keep patience, and with patience you can gain everything. And you just try to think rationally that your father have done just the right thing for you. Okay, and don't take everything in a negative way. Try to think in the positive way. So Portia is telling good sentences and well pronounced. You have told some good sentences, but they are good to hear. But once you practice these sentences in her life or his life, he know that what is going on with her. So Nerissa, they would be better if well followed. If we follow them well, we will be happy in our life. So Portia is telling, if to do were as easy as to know what were good to do, chapels had been churches and poor men's cottages, princes' palaces. So, we are stopping here today. Okay, so what she is telling, that she is telling, if everyone follow this kind of things in his or her life, then there will be no violence or nothing in his or her life. Everything will be very beautiful in his or her life, and there will be no fightings about fortunes or things. Everyone will like the priests in the world. So we are ending here today, and I am giving some question answers to you with my video in my snapshots. You write down the question answer of Act 1 Scene 1 in your copy and learn the question answers. Okay, thank you.